you gave up on tonight?
It's a hard question to answer right after a game like this. You know, I thought we came out with the right intent. I thought we had, for the most part, a pretty good first period. We were down 2-0.
Oh, sorry. With Jari, were you pulling up to change something else, or did you not like what you were seeing from him?
No, there were a number of things that were going through my mind at that particular point in the game. You know, sometimes you make a change with the goaltender to try to, you know, create a spark for the group. But there were a number of things that went through my mind.
Is goaltending a big concern now, Mike? Is that the numbers don't reflect well for a while now?
Yeah, you know, I think every night it's a little bit different. It's hard to. I know the numbers don't appear on the surface to be what they are, but some of the looks that we gave up were high quality looks, and so, you know, those are the things that we're working on to try to eliminate. But without a doubt, I just think, you know, we're working with Tristan to get him up to his you know, his best game. And you guys have asked me these questions here for the last couple of weeks, and my answer hasn't changed. You know, it is what it is, and so, you know, we're trying to get him repetitions. We're trying to, you know, help him get there under difficult circumstance. And so we're working at it. I think he's making strides for sure. I thought his last game, I thought it was a real strong game that he had. You know, tonight for me is a real tough one to assess.
Michael, this is kind of low-hanging fruit. I ask it respectfully. Carter and Dumoulin been on the ice for a lot of goals against for a while now, including a couple of pretty big mistakes in the first period. What are you seeing that keeps them in the lineup?
Yeah, you know, you guys like to pick on certain guys,
right.
You know, when you go to them all the time. And, you know, we respectfully disagree with you in a lot of circumstances, you know. When goals are scored, we look at a lot of the details on the hows and the whys, and the reality is it's more than one person for the most part when goals end up in the back of your net. And so, you know, I think those are you know, those are easy guys to pick on, but I will tell you is you know, all year long we've put them in difficult circumstances. Those guys play against top players in defensive situations all the time.
In defensive starts.
Yes, you know, Karts is going into tonight's game is 6th in the league in faceoff percentage, 6th overall in the whole league. He wins a lot of faceoffs. You know, we win the faceoff, we don't get the blue line, we don't gain the blue line. There are a number of circumstances that are involved there. It's not just any one guy. So what I would say to you guys is I think it's easy for you guys, you know, to pick on one or two guys, and what I will tell you is that I respectfully disagree with all of you. And you know, there are some, you know, are we making some mistakes? Sure. But when you get put in those situations as often as those guys do, you know, there was a stretch of 20 games leading up to the last little while here where they were doing a pretty admirable job in that same circumstance. So, you know, I understand your question, but I think the answer to the question is a little bit deeper than just scratching the surface like you guys do. It's never any one guy's fault when those types of things happen. It's a team game out there. There's 6 guys on the ice, and it's all of those guys' responsibility to execute. And we didn't do it in certain situations.
Mike, how much of a challenge is it going to be for you and for everybody in that room with only 4 weeks left to stabilize this and not have it just be so up and down in terms of the results?
Well, you know, I just think at this time of year, and we have to have a short memory. You know, for all intents and purposes, we're in the playoffs right now, and that's how we feel. We're in the playoffs right now. We're playing, you know, with our backs against the wall. We've got a, you know, we've got an opportunity to solidify a playoff spot. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep our eye on the ball right in front of us, and it's the one game that's right in front of us tonight was the Rangers. It didn't go our way, The reality is nothing's changed. We still have control of our destiny. We've got to go out and we've got to get ready and win the next game. We're trying to learn through the experiences. Don't get me wrong. We're looking at film. We're trying to help these guys. We're trying to grow through these experiences. Tonight was a humbling experience for all of us. You know, these guys are that put the uniform on. They're proud guys, and they care a lot about what's going on here. So, you know, nobody feels it more than the players themselves and the coaching staff. But we believe in this group, and we believe we have what it takes, and we're going to have to, you know, pick ourselves up off the mat, dust ourselves off, and get back in the fight.
Do you have an update on Pedersen?
I don't. What I know of the situation right now is he's being evaluated for lower body injury.
Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.